Hi. Happy New Year. How are you? I'm fine. Well, today marks the second day of the week that I call the work week, and because of that, overly stressed, and I just I'm just trying to find my feet with this silly little thing called the video, and well, we're gonna work on some ways of making the video more interesting. But at any rate, here's my minute rant. When you're driving and you're parked, or not parked, but stopped at the intersection, and you're waiting for the light to turn green. When you see the light turn green, if you see a green arrow instead of a green circular light, that's the green light. And it indicates that you can make a left-hand turn. And it doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. This is your signal to make a left-hand turn. You're waiting to make a left-hand turn, and the light suddenly comes on, and it's an arrow, not a light. Sometimes there is a light and an arrow. Wow, I wonder what that means. No, it means it's an advanced green. They've been going on for I don't know, 45 years or more. We've had this in driving, where if you're making a left-hand turn, it's a busy intersection, the light turns green, and when it's a really busy intersection and people are going in both directions, if you're going to make a left-hand turn, you got to wait till everybody gets out of the way first. But what if nobody gets out of the way? What if that traffic is constant? You never get to make that left turn, and you're stuck, or you're stuck taking a chance, and then maybe get smacked in the side by somebody who's coming through and they don't care. And so, no, really, you got to stop, man. You got to stop this thing where you sit there and you don't move, right? I've seen this far, far too often, right? You're sitting there, you're waiting for the light to turn, you're looking up, you're not the first one in line. You're looking up and you're sitting there and the light turns green. It's an advanced green, so, oh, great, we could get, and I'm third in line. And then suddenly, nothing happens. The guy who's supposed to start going, the guy in the front, doesn't move. He doesn't even take his foot off the brake. And I know because I can see the brake lights, right? So we got this situation where the guy can go, but he doesn't go. And then when he finally does go, he's the only one that gets around. Him, or maybe the guy behind him who follows closely. And suddenly it's the regular green light and everybody starts moving. And then we have to say, you're stuck and you got to wait for the next one. Let me tell you, this is incredibly frustrating. This has, I think it's unequaled in the kind of frustrations that drivers experience every day. When you're trying to make time, when you're trying to just get around on the street and it's busy, and you're trying to do it without hitting anybody, without getting hit, being a safe driver, not getting tickets. Nobody wants that, right? So we got this guy who doesn't move. For 6 seconds, he sits there with his foot on the brake. Well, nothing happens in the intersection. Meanwhile, you might have somebody behind him lean on his horn because, well, he noticed. So what's your response then if you're up in front? Oh, I'm sorry, I go now. Or are you the kind of guy who reacts badly and gets all angry because who's bugging me? Like that. You don't want to do those things. You want to stay calm, peaceful, meditative, right? Trust me, freaking out won't help. And so I just would really, really like it if everybody heard this and everybody thought about it, right? Because, God, you're supposed to have a driver's license and know how to do this, right? But when I see you sit there for 6 seconds, not going anywhere, nobody's moving, a clear intersection, you could hold two rabbits could have a sword fight in the middle of the intersection and finish it and go, and before this guy did. I mean, I don't know what he's waiting. You got the green light, right? What else? What other kind of sign do you need? Like I've even seen it, green light, right? Like it says advanced green when flashing. Sometimes it's a flashing light, but they switched that out to an arrow, right? I mean, it's really simple. I don't understand why people sit there and don't go. But, oh well, I don't know. I'm just, I really, really, really would just wish that everybody would kind of pay attention. That's it. Good day. Have a great night.